Stop caring what people think. It sounds simple, almost too simple. Yet for most of us, it is one of the hardest battles we will ever fight. Every day, without realizing it, we give pieces of our life away to invisible judges. We alter our behavior, our words, our goals, even our identity, just to avoid disapproval. And slowly, quietly, we drift further from who we actually are. The Stoics understood this trap thousands of years ago. They saw how the craving for approval enslaves the mind. They taught that freedom does not come from controlling how others see you, but from mastering how you see yourself. The moment you truly grasp this, your life changes. Not in a loud way, in a deep, irreversible way. Most of your anxiety is not caused by reality. It is caused by imagination, not what is happening, but what you think people think about what is happening. You replay conversations in your head. You overanalyze your tone, your posture, your words. You worry about being judged, misunderstood, rejected. Yet the brutal truth is this: people are far too consumed with themselves to think about you as much as you believe they do. The Stoics taught that your mind should be your sanctuary, not a public performance. The moment you base your peace on external opinion, your peace is no longer yours. It becomes hostage to every smile, every comment, every silence. You start measuring your worth through reactions instead of principles. And that is how quiet misery begins. You do not suffer because people judge you. You suffer because you believe their judgment defines you. The Stoic formula begins with a ruthless separation: what is in your control and what is not. Your thoughts, your choices, your effort, your values, these belong to you. Other people's opinions do not. The moment you truly accept this, you reclaim ownership of your inner world. You can live your entire life trying to impress people who will forget you in a year. Or you can live in alignment with the person you are becoming. One path leads to exhaustion, the other leads to peace. Every time you feel afraid to speak, afraid to try, afraid to fail, ask yourself what you are truly afraid of. Is it pain, or is it judgment? In most cases, it is not failure that terrifies you. It is being seen failing. It is being exposed. It is the imagined laughter, the imagined rejection, the imagined loss of status. Yet those imagined voices hold no real power unless you hand it to them. The Stoics did not teach indifference to life. They taught indifference to noise. There is a crucial difference. When you stop caring what people think, you do not become cold, you become clear. Clear about what matters. Clear about what deserves your emotional energy. Clear about what is worth sacrificing for. You were not born to be applauded. You were born to live according to your nature. A bird does not seek approval before it flies. A river does not ask permission before it flows. Yet humans hesitate before every movement, waiting for invisible consent. The need for approval is a survival instinct, left over from a time when rejection meant death. Today, rejection mostly means discomfort. So the nervous system has not caught up, so it reacts as if disapproval is a threat to your existence. The Stoic response is to gently correct this misunderstanding, to remind yourself again and again that discomfort is not danger. You do not need everyone to like you in order to live well. In fact, if everyone likes you, you are almost certainly betraying something true inside yourself. Approval is often the reward for conformity, not for authenticity. Every time you choose the safe version of yourself over the honest one, a quiet tension forms inside you. You feel it as restlessness, as dissatisfaction, as a vague sense that your life is not fully yours. This is the psychological cost of people-pleasing. It does not show up all at once. It leaks slowly into your days. The Stoic path asks a simple but uncomfortable question. Are you living to be admired, or are you living to be aligned? Admiration is fleeting. Alignment is permanent. What people think of you is a story they tell themselves. You cannot control the story. You can only control whether you believe it. Today they praise you. Tomorrow they mock you. The crowd is unstable by nature. To build your identity on the crowd is to build on quicksand. When you stop caring what people think, you do not become reckless. You become principled. You stop reacting to every emotional fluctuation in the room. You act according to reason, not approval. This is not emotional numbness. This is emotional discipline. Most people live in a constant state of inner negotiation. They are never fully present because they are always monitoring how they are being perceived. They speak with one eye inward and one eye outward. The Stoic learns to bring both eyes inward, to listen to conscience instead of commentary. If someone misunderstands you, let them. If someone dislikes you, let them. Their emotions are their responsibility, not yours. The only question that truly matters is whether you acted with integrity in the moment you are judging yourself for. The fastest way to weaken your fear of judgment is through exposure. Do small things every day that risk mild disapproval. Wear what you truly like. Speak when you have something honest to say. Set boundaries without over-explaining. Each time you survive the discomfort, your nervous system learns a powerful lesson. I am safe, even when not approved. With repetition, fear loses authority. There is a strange peace that arrives when you fully accept that some people will always misunderstand you. You stop wasting energy trying to be accurately seen by everyone. You choose to be accurately known by a few, and at peace with yourself above all. The Stoics often reflected on mortality, not to become morbid, but to become free. When you remember how brief life truly is, the weight of opinion shrinks. The critical comment, the awkward moment, the failed attempt, all of it fades against the scale of mortality. You do not have decades to hesitate. You do not have centuries to delay. You are here now, alive now, breathing now. And each day spent shrinking to fit someone else's expectations is a day you never get back. Ask yourself this quietly. If you could live without fear of judgment for just 1 year, how different would your life look? Who would you become? What would you attempt? What would you finally leave behind? The version of you that emerges without the constant need for approval is not arrogant. It is grounded. It no longer moves from insecurity. It moves from conviction. This does not mean you become blind to feedback. The Stoic listens carefully to constructive criticism and calmly discards destructive noise. Wisdom is not in ignoring all opinions, but in choosing which ones deserve reflection. A teacher correcting your work deserves attention. A stranger mocking your effort does not. A trusted friend challenging your choices deserves reflection. A bitter observer projecting their frustration does not. Discernment is power. There is a cost to freedom, and that cost is being misunderstood. The moment you step outside the prison of approval, some people will not like the new version of you. This is not failure. This is confirmation that you are no longer performing. You are not responsible for the version of you that exists in someone else's mind. That version is shaped by their fears, insecurities, experiences, and limitations. You only have jurisdiction over the version that exists in yours. The Stoic formula for not caring what people think is not apathy. It is clarity. It is the understanding that your worth is not voted on by the room. It is not up for debate. It is not negotiable. The moment you stop chasing validation is the moment your confidence becomes quiet. It no longer needs to announce itself. It no longer rises and falls with compliments and criticism. It becomes stable, internal, unshakable. You will never fully escape judgment. Even in silence, you will be judged. Even in stillness, misunderstood. Even in kindness, criticized. So the question is no longer how to avoid judgment. The question is whether you will allow it to dictate your life. Each day you wake up with a limited number of thoughts available to you. Each one spent worrying about opinions is one stolen from your purpose, your craft, your growth, your peace. Stop negotiating with ghosts. Stop living under imagined eyes. Stop shrinking to remain unchallenged. You were not designed for psychological captivity. The Stoics believed that true power is not power over others, but power over oneself. When approval no longer controls you, when criticism no longer destabilizes you, when reputation no longer defines you, something extraordinary happens. You become internally free.